What is good, YouTube? Warstu here with another Mr. Robot breakdown. So we are now on episode 11, which ironically has Python in the title, which if you are not a computer programmer or you didn't understand computer science or you didn't study it, Python is an old programming language. I love how they tie programming into this program, seeing it is about hacking. So let's break it down. So this episode started with Elliot talking about inducing an elusive kind of dream mechanism so he could study his own dream whilst laying in bed, and he was saying mind awake, body asleep, mind awake, body asleep, mind awake, body asleep. Then he was like, you're in this with me, so it'll work better if we do this together. Just say it with me. So Elliot's in resting mode at the time. I wasn't sure if this part was actually a dream, but I'm pretty sure this part was real. But with this program, it's hard to know what's a dream or what's delusional, if it's actually happening. That the director and writer for this is so clever. It leaves you on the edge of your seat throughout this whole episode. It's hard to understand what's real sometimes and what's not real. But throughout this episode, it was like Elliot was hacking his own mind to get the upper hand on what I call his alter ego, which is Mr. Robot, is his kind of alter ego, his dad who died obviously. And Dom was in a hospital getting checked over, it looked like, and the boss was trying to rub the whole diner thing under the rug or under the table, basically, and he dropped a bombshell on Dom, which was the Chinese government dropped $2 trillion on Igor, so a bailout. So Dom is pretty deep in what she knows now. She pretty much knows that the Dark Army is behind everything. Although she doesn't have solid evidence, she told a boss, and the boss is like, we can't really do anything unless we have solid evidence. It just keeps leading more and more, in my opinion, that her boss is involved with the Dark Army heavily, and he's trying to cover his own ass, and he keeps pushing her under the rug, so to speak. And she asked if she could interview them. So them, I'm referring to what's happened to Cisco and Darlene. Really strange how we didn't actually get to see any of them or either of them during the episode, because if they're dead, we'd get to see something there. So one of them's got to be dead, one of them's got to be alive, or they both could be alive, or they both could be dead. But seeing as she said she wants to interview one of them's definitely alive. So yeah, I'm a bit confused on why we didn't actually get to see either of them. I'm sure we will do in the next episode. And then she's got this kind of computer AI, artificial intelligence thing that she's talking to, kind of like Siri, asking what's her favorite color, do you love me, and so on. Dom is slowly becoming my favorite character. She's an insane actor. She's doing great things for the program, and I really hope she does not get killed off, and I hope that she makes it to season 3, which I believe comes out in 2017. Philip, obviously the guy that's rubbing Angeline up the way and giving her all these opportunities, he's like the evil guy. He's trying to make his E-Corp money worth more than real money. He's kind of running the program at the moment in some aspects. So the main focus of this breakdown is about what happened to Angeline. So we were left on the last episode with her talking to Elliot, them having a kiss, or did they really kiss? Let me know down below, what do you think? And then she got kidnapped, who a lot of people, including myself, thought it could be the FBI, hence my last video on this FBI theory, or it could be the Dark Army. And she was put in a van, driven to her house, put in a room, and there was a computer on the table, a fish in the tank, and then a little girl comes out and starts asking her some really weird questions. For example, do you cry during sex? Are you a giraffe? And so on. So it's also it was like she was being psycho and analysed, but it turned out to all be a test. But they kept asking her, where is the key? Where is the key? And then she got a telephone call and she had to answer the questions. And it's like, where is the key? Where? Until she said she had the key, the telephone call kept going and going. Really kind of really confusing, but at the same, it was very, very good. And then it turned out that it was all a test, and White Rose was testing her to see if she was worth her valuable time. And then basically she said, do you think it's a coincidence that you and Elliot are the way you are, seeing as Elliot's dad died and her mum was killed? And White Rose is basically trying to get her to stop this vendetta against what's happened at the Washington Township plant. And whatever White Rose told her has made her drop her vendetta against the Washington vendetta plant, as she went to the lawyer and said, don't call me, discard my voicemail. But she kind of looked like she's been drone like, kind of looked like she is a robot. So now I'm thinking, is she working for the Dark Army? She knows the truth. Almost like her and Elliot had been personally selected for this job opportunity without even knowing about it. My friend and I discussed that, and yeah, basically, what he said was true. I kind of got the idea from him. And Tyrell's wife got a gift right at the start of the episode, and she said, it is the greatest gift he is given me, referring to Tyrell. So is this referring to Tyrell being dead, or is this referring to Tyrell being alive? Because you remember last week they got a location for something. We don't know what that location is. I'm sure we're going to find out in the next episode. So my last question that I'm going to leave open, is Tyrell actually alive? We see a scene at the end where Elliot's getting into a cab, he doesn't know the address, and then Tyrell appears. But what's interesting is, as my friend pointed out, I didn't point out, but I watched it again and I agree, Tyrell's accent, he sounds slightly different, although it is the same actor. So is Tyrell actually alive, or is this a personality or a trait or another alter ego that he's taken on? I know this sounds quite crazy, but if this is the case, how has his wife been getting these gifts? Well, easily that could just be Elliot's alter ego sending the gifts, making out he's Tyrell. And the scene where he was breathing down the phone, where he heard someone breathing down, was he breathing? Was that him? Was that him hearing himself breathing down the phone? And then right at the end, he says phase 2 is ready, the Dark Army is ready. So this indicates that Elliot is heavily involved with the phase 2. So absolutely insane episode. I was hanging on my chair at the end of it. Just best episode ever. Just absolutely insane. So subscribe, comment and like. Let me know what you think of this video. I will be doing a theory video on, is Tyrell actually alive in more depth. I just wanted to give an overview of the actual episode within this video. Warstu. Peace.